It's week 4 of the National Football League.
And we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He matched the mark shared by 3 players last week with 5 touchdown catches.
It's the Panthers and the Chargers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith. They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, what a move. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
On first down, Smith. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you play another down, your chances of over 98%. I can see that every quarter.
They come in now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Panthers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Running on first down, Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love it when they're 6s.
From the 45 on second down, Smith. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Let's go now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on one, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see another set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Smith. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless 1st quarter to this point. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Eckler dances by him. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Back to throw, Smith. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Eckler. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, That's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll start out here with the option left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Chris Rumph, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Throwing on second and long. Fields under pressure, and they got to him again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Eckler now between the tackles. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Smith.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down. That caught by Tremble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
2nd down, here's an option right. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Excellent job on the keeper, 20 yards and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. They'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts.
Fields now to throw. Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. To the air again, Smith. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. There's Tommy Tremble. He and the rest of his offensive mates getting set for the upcoming series.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. "47-yard line." The Charger drive about to get going. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. And Smith's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. Up the middle with Eckler. They find some open field here. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Play action.
It's Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted, and you can tell on the side. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game.
Defenders there to get him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now it's Fields.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
On 4th down, Fields.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long, it's Smith. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
There's Tremble, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On the handoff, Taylor to the 43, 2nd down. A tremendous pursuit that time for the middle linebacker position. He had to cover a lot of ground to get in and make that play. On 2nd and 7, Fields. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turn.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Back now here on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Smith.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
3rd and long as a defender, all you want to do is guard the first down line. Make sure that everything stays in front and run up there and make the tackle. They did everything exactly right, except making the tackle the running back, and he ends up finding a way to pick up a first down. Brandon, that play just should not happen.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And he's got some space here. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
Maybe get any type of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. With a pick, and he's got room, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Combination. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
But it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Josh Palmer,
41 yards.
And the Chargers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, this deep. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney. Touchdown! Trey McKinney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. First and 10, Taylor now. Taken down at the 42. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Fields. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.